Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very, very warm welcome to graduates and guests to this very special occasion. To comply with safety regulations, I'd like to point out to you the emergency exits in the Great Hall. Please take a moment to note your nearest green emergency exit sign. For those with small children, there is a soundproof crying room located at the rear of the Great Hall. The ushers throughout the hall will be happy to assist with directions and access. A professional photographer will photograph each graduate as they cross the stage, and a copy of this photograph will be made available to all graduates to access and share via their Facebook page. Portrait photography will also be available at the graduate reception to be held in the Brennan Room following the ceremony. As a courtesy to everyone in the room, we ask that you please switch any mobile devices to silent. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, we will instruct each graduate and your guests when it is time to leave your seats. Graduates, in May, you will be sent an invitation to complete the Graduate Outcomes Survey. This survey gathers feedback on your higher education experience to help improve the experience for future students. We strive to provide the best possible university experience for all of our students, but this cannot be achieved without your important and valuable feedback. We would appreciate you keeping an eye on your university email account to help assist with this important survey. Some of the terminology used in today's ceremony may be unfamiliar to you. To assist in your appreciation of the ceremony, we have provided a history of graduation and an explanation of terms in the graduation booklet. The academic procession will enter the Great Hall in just a few moments. When the procession enters, could you please rise and remain standing for the Australian National Anthem. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please stand when the Deus Party rises and remain upstanding until the Deus Party and our graduates have left the hall. We hope that you enjoy this very special occasion. Thank you.
gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to graduates and guests for this very special graduation ceremony. On behalf of the University of Newcastle, I respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians, the Pambalong clan of the Awabakal people, on whose traditional land this campus is located, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. As Chancellor of the University and a graduate myself, I'm very honoured to be able to celebrate this major milestone in your academic journey. Each of our university's graduates is unique, and each year through these ceremonies we celebrate their success. Before me sits a group of people whose determination and resilience is remarkable by any measure. This ceremony acknowledges your drive and determination to succeed. Graduates, you can feel proud to take with you a degree from one of the finest universities in this country, a university that now sits amongst the top 200 universities in the world. As a university, we are proud to offer the opportunity of education to students from all walks of life. We are proud to have a long-held commitment to equity that means 1/4 of our students are from low socioeconomic backgrounds, and we are number one in the Australian higher education sector for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander student numbers. We are proud of every student, and we're committed to providing the best learning environment and opportunities to help them realise their potential. Our degree programs are designed to prepare you for life and work after you graduate and connect you with your industries and communities. Similarly, our research is focused on delivering impact and innovation with a steady focus on working with partners to support the development of our region. Today's celebration of the completion of your studies marks another important milestone, your entry into the University of Newcastle's global alumni community, a network of now 161,000 alumni making an impact in 152 countries around the world. Our talented alumni also includes many who've started their careers through our enabling pathways. One example is Daniel Frost, who completed the Open Foundation certificate in 2010 and then a Bachelor of Business with Honours in 2015. Daniel was also an NRL player who has since gone on to have a highly successful career across numerous roles, including as a board member for the Physical Disability Rugby League Australia, and has spent 6 years with the National Disability Insurance Scheme, including roles as Assistant Director Culture and Inclusion and Assistant Director Business Intelligence. You are now united with achievers like Daniel and the people sitting around you as an alumnus of our university. We look forward to watching you flourish in your careers. Look ahead with confidence, knowing you'll always be part of the University of Newcastle. Today is the culmination of many years of hard work, and this ceremony is a symbol of all you've experienced and achieved during your time here at the University of Newcastle. This includes an acknowledgement of the support of your family and friends who've been with you every step of the way on your journey to today. To family and friends, we know that you're here to acknowledge the hard work of a very special person. To celebrate their achievements, please let them know you're here with a cheer as they receive their degree. These ceremonies are brought alive by the interaction with people in the audience. So we're really very happy for you to express your pleasure with their achievement, within reason. Again, my heartfelt congratulations to each of you. I'll now call on the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Alex Zelinsky AO, to introduce the occasional speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. I'd like to begin by welcoming our graduates and our Open Foundation students and Pathway students back to our campus. It's wonderful to have you here for a very special occasion. To family and friends who are here today to celebrate with our graduates, thank you for your support. I know our graduates couldn't have got here without their support of their friends and family, and particularly during these tough times of COVID. So the university is here to serve our communities, and it's just not a place where we welcome graduates, but we also welcome family and friends in the community. You're always welcome at our university. Today we're meeting here in the Great Hall, which was built by fundraising by our community, literally brick by brick. If you look around, there's lots of bricks. People literally bought a brick. And so it's a special place where we welcome you into our global alumni network, and we hope that this milestone marks the beginning of a lifelong connection with our university. Our alumni play a key part to our university. They become mentors, some become donors, but most importantly, you become ambassadors of our university, as well as future potential employers of our students. Your successes help build our reputation on the world stage. To recognise the contributions of alumni, the university has launched the Alumni House Project. With the support of our community, we plan to build a new home for our graduates in the heart of Newcastle City, just opposite from Nesca House and down a little adjacent to the Conservatorium of Music. This site will provide space for our alumni community to meet and network. I look forward to welcoming you to Alumni House as our newest members of our alumni network. Chancellor, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker for tonight, Mr. Bob Hawes. Bob is a well-known leader in our region and has made significant contributions to local business and the hunter community. He has extensive experience in regional development with expertise in infrastructure planning, economic impact, property and land use. Bob joined Business Hunter as Chief Executive Officer in January 2017. At Business Hunter, he leads the organisation's strategy, policy development, and most importantly, its advocacy efforts. He also oversees delivery events, networking, and member development programs. Prior to joining Business Hunter, Bob led the Hunter Development Corporation for over 5 years. This coincided with a period of great change in our region, including significant state government investment in the revitalisation of the Newcastle CBD. Bob also led Lake Macquarie's economic development organisation, Dantia. Many of the great infrastructure and project developments we've seen across Newcastle and Lake Macquarie in recent years can be attributed to Bob's leadership. He's also served on multiple boards and advisory roles, including member of the Hunter New England Local Health District and chairman of the Salvation Army Hunter Red Shield Appeal. He holds a Bachelor of Economics and is a graduate of the Australian Institute of Company Directors. Under Bob's leadership, Business Hunter has become a strong collaborator with our university and a conduit to business community. In 2022, our organisations, that's the university and Business Hunter, joined together to co-host an important business event series. We're delighted to partner with Bob and his team to deliver the Hunter Nexus Gala events, a great success and flagship series of the region's events calendar. Bob is a long-term friend and supporter of the university, and we're delighted he's with us tonight. Graduates and guests, please join me in warmly welcoming Bob Hawes to deliver tonight's occasional address.
Well, thank you, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the university, families and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates, good afternoon. Well, it is my great pleasure and honour to address you today, and I thank Alex for those kind words. In the interests of disclosure, whilst this is not my first time attending a graduation ceremony, this is my first time presenting as an occasional speaker, and I sincerely thank the university for the opportunity. I do feel humbled with you all today. It's my intention to impart to you some insights that I hope may in some way represent a small but bright torch illuminating the road of life called your future as you stride to face the challenges and experience the rewards that stem from the effort, commitment, sacrifices, and maybe the odd end of term or college dorm party you have endured here to get here today. I believe graduation day signals the end of something special and simultaneously the start of something big. This is not the only threshold or fork in the road of life you will experience or encounter. I recently attended an event where we celebrated a senior executive of a large national enterprise moving on after nearly 30 years of service. This is a very distant fork to the road compared to many of you are situated at today. This event was similarly an end of something special and simultaneously the start of something new. I'm not sure my friend will be rushing back to university to do another degree. His work experience and journey along the road of life have in many ways been his university, and it's interesting what the University of Life can teach you. At the event, and as people took turns speaking about and roasting my friend, two things struck me. Firstly, noting it was a collection of very clever and mostly successful people, their accomplishment clearly relied on relationships. Secondly, many of them were leaders in their field, yet individual brilliance, as great as it may be, was clearly more effective leveraged when used in a team setting. So what does this mean, and how will this manifest for each of you? How will this equip anyone to negotiate the speed humps and other hazards on this road of life? Well, there probably isn't one road to follow. And from what I can see and have experienced, those forks will pop up more regularly than you can believe, and the journey is therefore best not taken alone. Relationships are something we are all exposed to from birth. You all have a personal or family journey on the relationship road. The experience may not always be good, but you learn from it, and the relationship can and does change over time. It is every human's hope that our personal journey is respected, caring and loving. However, my reference today is more broadly about your relationships and encounters you'll experience in the workplace and eventually through your career networks, and some of you are well advanced in that already. To a large extent, they are the barrier fencing and the guideposts along that career road of life, and it can get hazardous and very lonely without them. I bet each of you has exposure to what I'm referring to as you navigated your way through this university on your way to attaining your degree. It might have been the respect and bond you formed with a tutor, a course coordinator, a workmate during placement, or another student with similar interests and ideals you met through the course or whilst working on a community or volunteer program during your study. This is about quality, not quantity. It's about having more people with you on that road of life in whatever median you choose, and not just having more lanes or paths to follow whilst you travel alone. If we canvass that room at the farewell event I attended, I suspect that on the subject of relationships, they would all say build them, work on them, and most importantly, value and respect them. So to the second observation on the subject of individual brilliance, well, you must all have that in spades. After all, you wouldn't have been here today if you didn't achieve that. If you need reassurance about your own brilliance, just turn to and ask your mother, your father, your carer, or your friend, and I'm sure they'll tell you, as they probably have been telling everyone of your achievement in recent times as you move towards this graduation ceremony. You currently can do no wrong. But it's not just academic brilliance. What brilliance looks like can be very different to different people. I'm constantly surprised by admissions from seemingly successful people that they suck at something. They will go out of their way to avoid whatever it is. We've all seen it. It can be an aversion to public speaking, a complete meltdown when they have to do maths, no idea when it comes to doing spelling or grammar, an impatience for planning and strategic thinking, an absolute brain phase when it comes to navigating technology. I'm certainly of that ilk. Breaking out in spots with the thought of introducing themselves to strangers, or worse still, having to talk to somebody else about themselves. And often this can seem at odds with how the person is perceived by others or the position they have achieved or hold in life. I believe highly successful people have a talent for firstly recognising that they have shortcomings, and then secondly, figuring out how to organise resources to get past them. They do this by either learning how to confront and overcome them, or have someone else supplement the task or the constraint that they face. And that's where the team environment comes in. It can be hard working or retraining or doing everything yourself when you have the option to lean into the talents of others, which many workplaces have the luxury of offering people. Consider your own versatility, your own brilliance, your own user profile, your own strengths and weaknesses. If there are gaps, be aware of them, and wherever possible and practical, fill them. You can share this load by initiating and leveraging relationships, and that involves yourselves in activity outside your mainstream of work in a sporting, cultural, special interest, community activity or volunteer or work experience. These are all building blocks for forming relationships and working within a team. And I'm sure the dividends from life as you move along its road will be far greater for that experience. And finally, I'd like to briefly speak about my area of work and the prospects for this great city and the Hunter region and yourselves. You are graduating at a time following a period of significant social, economic and in a world sense, political change. But I can tell you, as a 40-year veteran of working environment in this region, you graduate from this place at a time when employment prospects locally and more broadly have never looked brighter. As the Hunter region climbs out of the pandemic and seeks to regain its business as usual status, it is also paddling to catch a very big wave. A wave of inquiry, interest, innovation, investment and change, the likes of which we have not seen for decades, which have the capacity to supercharge our regional economy. In a region already blessed with diversity in its industry and businesses, this wave is occurring across a wide sector of industries, including the new energy economy, expansion in defence industry, renewal in manufacturing, growth in agriculture, medtech, research capability, service sector, and many, many more. This university is playing a significant part in this change and will continue to do so. Whilst the personal, community and economic rewards can be significant, there are enormous challenges if we are able to be successful and score this big on this wave that is upon us. One of the most significant challenges is access to a skilled and ready workforce. I'm hoping many of you will consider and commit to playing a part in our region's journey. The Hunter has traditionally had a hard task in retaining its best and brightest, be they talented and highly skilled artisans, double degree, honours, masters and PhD graduates, or enlightened entrepreneurs and innovators. The magnet of elsewhere has been strong, and we have farewelled too many of our best for too long. But times have changed. The data is telling us, for example, that younger people are choosing to stay or return to the Hunter, and it's because they can. There are jobs here. The road of life in the region is getting wider. We're looking towards the day that the term brain drain in reference to the region could become redundant. Of course, the graduate output of the University of Newcastle is currently greater than the capacity of the region's economy to absorb the talent the university produces, and the road of life will inevitably continue to draw many of you away from the region, no matter what we do. But I can say the day when the byline "Learn here, start here and stay here" will rule. I'm sincerely hoping you can play a part in that evolution and have an interest in doing so. In closing, can I again say congratulations again to you all. You are all inspiring. You have achieved so much. Days like today are gems and should be cherished, shared and remembered. I hope you leave here today armed with a small but bright torch and look back and respect with fondness on the time you spent here, no matter which fork you choose and where that road of life takes you. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for providing your perspective tonight in this occasional address. The relationship we have with your organisation is very important to both you and us, but also more importantly to the hunter. I thought your speech was very helpful to tonight's graduates. First of all, by taking quite a pragmatic view on careers and the various opportunities you'll have, and there's no doubt there are a lot of opportunities out there currently and looking forward. But I think importantly your points about continuing to identify the ways in which you can supplement your skills, perhaps through soft skills, interpersonal skills and so forth, to enhance your capabilities is very, very valuable indeed. So it was a very good pragmatic view of how you approach those life journeys you're on. I think the other thing, though, was Bob's perspective on the prospects for Newcastle and the hunter. There's no doubt it's an exciting time. It's a time of great transition and great potential. And I think through Business Hunter and the university's role, it's a very exciting time to be part of the hunter. And I sincerely hope that you find opportunities in the hunter. I'm sure that you will, and others certainly do. So thanks for reminding us and giving us your perspective of prospects locally. So thank you very much indeed. Now, graduates and guests, we come to a very important and somewhat formal aspect of this ceremony. And for this, I'd like to ask all of our graduates to please stand. Do you mind standing? Thanks. As Chancellor of this university, I now officially confer awards to all those candidates who fulfil the conditions for admission of that award. And I wonder if the audience would join me and my colleagues up here in applauding the wonderful achievements. Thank you very much indeed. Please be seated. Yep. I now have great pleasure in calling on Professor John Fischetti, Pro-Vice Chancellor for the College of Human and Social Futures, to present today's graduates.
Good evening, Chancellor. It's truly my honour to be with you all tonight. To all of our graduates, their friends and family, the endurance and perseverance that the Chancellor mentioned earlier gives us remarkable opportunity to say thank you. No one signed up to do their degree, their diploma, their certificate during a global pandemic, and you'll always remember for how heroic you are in completing your degree and being here this evening. Thank you to you all. Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the conditions for admission to awards of this university. Doctor of Philosophy graduates have undertaken a program of independent, supervised study for the equivalent of up to 4 years of full-time study. These graduates have produced significant and original research outcomes, culminating in a thesis which has been independently examined by external experts of international standing. Today, the university is proud to honor graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Chancellor, I present to you Sarah Javami. Dr. Javami's thesis is entitled Value in Use Creation Through Resource Integration, an exploratory study of international doctoral students. Dr. Javami. An Wang. Dr. Wang's thesis is entitled Rhizomediation of petroleum hydrocarbon contaminated soil using Australian native vegetation. Dr. Wang. Joyce Klein-Marosian. Dr. Klein-Marosian's thesis is entitled A Network Perspective of Innovative Teams, Understanding Drivers and Limitations. Dr. Klein-Marosian. Rose Remedios. Dr. Remedios' thesis is entitled Benefits and Burdens, the Paradox of Religious Expression in the Australian Workplace. Dr. Remedios. Jonathan Sale. Dr. Sale's thesis is entitled Harmonization of Asian Labor Laws on Dispute Settlement, the Philippines and Malaysia as Case Studies. Dr. Sale. Mad Shamela. Dr. Shamela's thesis is entitled The Water Crisis in Jordan, a Habermasian analysis of how power and interest guide policy toward colonization and unsustainable water management. Dr. Shamalea. Graduating with a Juris Doctor and a graduate diploma in legal practice, Daniel Allen. Jihan Chen. Graduating with a Master of Applied Finance, Samuel Heffron. Peter Liu. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Applied Science, Minyu Sun. Xiaodan Zhang. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration with distinction and a Master of Human Resource Management with distinction, Anna Barmasheva. Alexander Snell. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Human Resource Management, Sheng He. Rodney O'Cleary. Huilin Sun. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration with distinction and a Master of International Business with distinction, Tanya Garaman. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of International Business, Yan Liu. Wei Luo. Jingli Wang. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration with distinction and a Master of Marketing with distinction, Shane Bowmaker. Anthony Miles. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Marketing, Shangyu Tang. Zihan Tao. Lei Zhang. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration and a Master of Professional Accounting, Xinyo Yang. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration with distinction, Alice Condon. Jessica Duck. Jacqueline Flynn. Kevin Jackson. Florence Zhuang. Jackson Lynch. Allison McMillan. Erica Nentwich. Justin Roberts. Stuart Sandy. Brittany Thurtle. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration, Olalekan Alkanme. Suha Alzarini. Angelo Bacino. Juwei Day. Jessica Doak. Miran Henkenda Mudalij Don. Matthew Hubie. Tiansha Jin. Jandy McCandless. Mariam Marcos. Mir Hassan Savavi Galebaji. Ross Simpson. Rebecca Wall. Jessica Williams. Alicia Wright. Lubnaul Zana. Zuan Zhang. Graduating with a Master of Business Administration Global, Mele Naran Dahandalaya. Het Jajembai Joshi. Akash Rajiv. Graduating with a Master of Business Psychology with distinction, Nafisa Amin. Graduating with a Master of Human Resource Management with distinction, Aisha Chowdhury. Graduating with a Master of Human Resource Management, Stacy McDonald. Yichao Wang. Sarah Warner. Graduating with a Master of Human Resources and Law and a Master of Human Resource Management, Amy Smith. Graduating with a Master of Human Resources and Law, Kyle Beck. KT Kenny. Graduating with a Master of International Business and a Graduate Certificate in Business and, one moment please, Administration, Bohang Yan. Fei Fei Long. Jin Wang. Wenji Wang. Graduating with a Master of Marketing, Yang Li. Lin Pang Zhu. Rushu Zhu. Yingsha Zhu. Yue Zhang. Graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing with distinction, Ulichi Mpama. Graduating with a Master of Mental Health Nursing, Baiju Jacob. Justin Nielsen. Wanding Pook. Titarat Shrikatana Pram. Graduating with a Master of Nursing with Distinction, Kira Johnston. Graduating with a Master of Professional Accounting, Kira Mohammed Galal. Graduating with a Master of Public Health, Chukwuekbu Edward Matachukwu. Graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Business Administration, Yu Han. Graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Business Administration, Roshni Sharma. Graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Human Resource Management, Jessica Fowler. Nicholas Stewart. Graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Marketing and a Bachelor of Communication, Holly Chan. Graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Marketing, Luke Corey. Madison Crouch. Chancellor, I now present graduates who have satisfied the requirements for undergraduate awards. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business and a Bachelor of Commerce, Sarah Carpenter. Jack Stokes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business and a Diploma in Languages, Sinead Doyle. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business with Distinction, Shun Shu. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business, Ting Yi Cheng. Lauren Higgins. Caitlin Howard. Toby Jones. Lou Liu. Elise Murphy. Georgia Norton. Cameron O'Brien. Kieran Parsons. Graduating with a Bachelor of Coastal and Marine Science, Eliza Hopwood. Graduating with a Bachelor of Commerce with Distinction, Jixuan Shen. Zishi Li. Yuhan Wang. Yushin Yao. Graduating with a Bachelor of Commerce, Amelia Karavadalas. Yan Yu. Wenfang Zhang. Jarde Ninevsky. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education Primary, John Hunter. Graduating with a Bachelor of Laws, Diploma of Legal Practice with Honors Class 1, Sophie Broadley. Graduating with a Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science Honors, Diagnostic Radiography, Wenting Zhang. Graduating with a Bachelor of Nursing, Felicite Feokami Akamwea. Brittany Costello. Darshana Giri. Kalia Sullivan. Graduating with a Bachelor of Psychotherapy Honors, Anwar Mohammed El Amutawawa. Graduating with a Bachelor of Psychological Science, Katie Head. Graduating with a Bachelor of Social Science with Distinction, Lauren Howarth. Graduating with a Bachelor of Social Science, Ashley Lord. Kayla Naughton. Graduating with a Bachelor of Social Work with Honors Class 1, Julia Hull. Graduating with a Bachelor of Social Work with Honors Class 2, Division 2, Holly McGaskill. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates at this time.
Thank you, Professor Fraschetti. I'd now like to invite Anna Barmashava who is graduating today with a Master of Business Administration with distinction and a Master of Human Resources Management with distinction, to speak on behalf of the graduates. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. Good evening, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, families and friends of the graduates, and most importantly, graduates to whom I offer my sincerest congratulations. I'm honored and humbled to become a voice of graduates resonating with the pride of today's accomplishments. To begin, I would like to acknowledge the Pambalon clan of the Akabal people, traditional custodians of the land on which the Callaghan campus of the University of Newcastle is situated. Today's ceremony is a significant milestone for all graduates, resembling a stepping stone in their careers and personal and professional development. 8 years ago, I decided to move to Australia from Russia because it's a great country to live. It promotes diversity and gives equal opportunity to everyone. Today, I'm graduating with you from one of top 2,000 universities in the world. Universities of the world, in where a new generation of business leaders ready to transform their dreams into a new reality. No doubt that the road to success has no shortcuts. You, my friends, and my fellow graduates will likely agree that when we are pursuing this degree, we all had to overcome different challenges. It could be that the biggest challenge was learning how to adjust our to-do lists to fit our assignments among business meetings and spending time with family. You might even have been among those unlucky who attempted to send the assignment at the last minute, crashing the system and later writing apology letters to save some marks. But the program rewarded us by the opportunity to debate interesting and complex problems with brilliant lecturers guiding our discussions and challenging our answers. Applying our experience and expertise to sort out real-life situations enabled us to learn from each other and formed a bond between us as between classmates, teammates, and friends. I would like to thank the university staff for crafting this program in the very best of education by incorporating complex discussions and bringing in deep and meaningful real-world experience and connections with industry. This program taught us how to merge theory and practice to effectively navigate turbulent business environments and excel in what we are doing. Benjamin Franklin said that an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Armed with new knowledge and skills, we are ready to become the leaders of tomorrow who are serving the broad community and promote business sustainability. My experience demonstrates that you should not be afraid to dream big and take on new challenges. Be persistent and you will succeed. My fellow graduates and their families and friends who are proud to share the excitement of your graduation, congratulations on your success. It's a remarkable achievement. I wish you luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Yours has certainly been quite a path to the University of Newcastle, and it's interesting that in this melting pot in many ways, many of you have followed different paths to get here, but that's where the synergy takes place and you learn with and from one another. So you've spoken very well on behalf of your colleagues, and I thank you for that. Thank you very much indeed. We'll now enjoy a musical interlude from the award-winning Newcastle Chamber Choir. Established in 2019, the choir is conducted and directed by Benjamin Lambert. Benjamin graduated from the University of Newcastle in 2012 with a Bachelor of Music with distinction. They are currently reigning champions from the Australian National Eisteddfod and will be representing Australia at the 2023 World Choir Games in South Korea. Tonight, the Newcastle Chamber Choir will perform Sussex Carol by Bob Chilcott. Thank you very much. Thank you indeed to the Newcastle Chamber Choir, and best of luck in South Korea next year. I'm delighted that we'll now recognise those students who've completed a pathway program at the University of Newcastle, and I invite Ms Kristen Allen, Convener Enabling Pathways, to present award recipients. Thank you.
Chancellor, I present students who have satisfied the requirements of the New Step program. William Britton. Olivia Kavicki. Hannah Eckstein. Michael Fish. Benjamin Taylor. Madeline Tonks. Macy Watson. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards for the New Step program. Chancellor, I present a student who has satisfied the requirements of the Open Foundation program and been awarded the Arimba Open Foundation Prize. Sophie Rawsthorne. Chancellor, I present students who have satisfied the requirements of the Open Foundation program. Malalay Armady. Stephanie Akers. Jessica Alid. Reese Alado. Molly Allen. Sarah Allenby. Robin Annis Brown. Aurelia Aravedo.
Jasmine is not here.
Thank you. Marites Volcom. Rebecca Barnett. Karenza Bartlett. Sophie Burgo. Joshua Blackshaw. Nina Bonacordo. Zoe Bookless. Michaela Botian. Madeline Brown. Thank you. Joel Burgess. Abigail Kadag. Maureen Carrico. Ailey Carpenter. Esmeralda Carroll. Jessica Carroll. Grace Carter. Burke Denise Kovshalo. Nicholas Chapman. Thank you. Caitlin Dart. Tennyson De La Rosa. Logan Dooms. Thank you. Patchurin Easterbrook. Thank you. Phoenicia Edmonds Cook. Kim Edwards. Thank you. Darcy Fish. Thank you. Alison Fitzgerald. Thank you. Emily Gascoigne. Tegan Gold. Salah Golshani. Anthony Hackett. Nathan Ham. Danielle Hardy. Chloe Hicks. Charles Hinks. Katina Hoffman. Crystal Holmes. Claudia Rose Horsey. Beatrice Ilunga. Abdul Basit Jamili. Shanae Keat. Razia Khan. Catherine Kingston. Maritza Irabara Fuentes. Dharma Costa. Makosha Kunda. Talisha Lamak Taylor. Jodie Lawrence. Finn Levy. Millen Lewis. Jackie Lockhart. Bridget Mason. Sophie Matheson. Brooke Maxworthy. Caitlin McCready. Hannah McDeed. Joanne Maguire. Thank you. Braden Milford. Bryden Miller. Cody Minter. Crystal Minter. Melissa Marana. Fatima Mohammadi. Billy Mossman. Sure, no worries. Thank you. Deborah Mollembire. Ty Nguyen. Caitlin Noyes. Sienna O'Neill. Kadisha Osafello. Ella Palmer. Cecilia Painter. John Michael Penetranti. Isabella Powell. Naomi Puller. Crystal Raymond. Philip Reeves. Emma Richardson. Nicolina Rogliani. Taylor Rudell. Mayumbi Rudia. Eliam stage. Samaila Shabir. Natalie Sharp. Joshua Siddiqui. Amy Smith. Felix Snow. Thomas Samoji. Danica Strong. Shanae Sukiyadi. Raisilil Sunza. Tashi Zatan. Jennifer Taylor. Alana Thompson. William Thorvaldson. Rachel Thurling. Rachel Terode. Marnie Underwood. Brighton Wakely Harding. Oscar Waltman. Rebecca Whitelock. Ricky Lee Wilson. Bethany Woods. Chancellor, I present students who have satisfied the requirements of the UPUG program. Lily Kelly. Tamika Ridgway. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the awards from the Pathways program.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms Allen. I now invite Bekeniz Kosholo, who completed an Open Foundation program, to speak on behalf of the graduates. Thank you.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, families and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates. I would like to thank all of you for attending tonight's ceremony and offer a warm congratulations to everyone graduating tonight. Before I commence, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Pambalong clan of the Awabakal people, and pay my respects to the elders of the past, present, and emerging. To be standing here amongst all of you tonight feels nothing short of a privilege. To have the opportunity to speak on behalf of this amazing cohort feels nothing short of an honour. To have arrived at this point is a tremendous achievement for which we should all be proud of. As Open Foundation graduates, we are quite unique. Many of us hail from a diverse range of backgrounds and life circumstances. Some of us never finished high school. Some of us are parents or carers, and some even grandparents. All of us have an exceptional story that has led us to the University of Newcastle. I myself am from Perth, Western Australia. My mother and I fled to Australia from Turkey as refugees. During my high school years, I had aspired to study at university, but as I faced my own challenges, my aspiration turned into desperation as I failed to achieve the sufficient marks for entry. This period was a decade ago, and in that time, I've served in the Australian Army, worked as a removalist and a construction labourer, and now work within the disability sector. Sorry. There is not a single individual within this program that does not have an inspiring story of trial, tribulation, and triumph. And if I had one attribute to summarise our cohort with, it would be that of courage. Most of us enrolled into the program with negative preconceptions of ourselves and our abilities, but you know what? We persevered and made it through. Indeed, William Faulkner once stated that you cannot swim for new horizons until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Every single one of us dared to swim for new horizons, and every single one of us had the courage to lose sight of the shore. There is not a single individual that I have met throughout this course that does not want to help change the world for the better. Indeed, Nelson Mandela once stated that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. At this university, I've met aspiring doctors and nurses who wish to change the lives of the sick. I've met aspiring engineers who wish to build a better world. I've met aspiring lawyers who wish to represent the marginalised. And I've met environmentalists who wish to build a sustainable future. I think it's fair to state that the University of Newcastle is an advocate for positive change in the world. It cultivates an environment where those who wish to facilitate change can thrive in. And whilst I focus on us as a cohort, I also think it's fair to state that we would not be here today if not for the faith that the University of Newcastle placed in us. This university saw something special in all of us, even during the times when we did not. I only have one request. Please take a look around at everyone around you, only for a few seconds. Every single person has in some way contributed to you being here tonight. I would like you all to give a huge round of applause for them, please. On behalf of our cohort, I want to offer my sincere gratitude to our Chancellor, Mr. Paul Jeans, our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Alex Zielinski, to the Council and to the PALS team for their unwavering belief in all of us. On behalf of myself, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Anna Bennett, Cheryl Burgess, Leah Hill, Lauren Krask, Kelly Morrison and Adam Connor. I want to give a shout out to my lecturers and tutors, Dr. Barry Shannon, Mr. Peter Hill, Dr. Troy Duncan and Dr. Fee Mosley. Finally, I want to give an extra special shout out to my beautiful mother who never ever gave up on me. Thank you.
But Dennis, thank you very much for speaking so passionately and so genuinely on behalf of your colleagues. Of course, the enabling programs are something that are very distinctive in Newcastle, and the Foundation, YAPU and NewStep are very, very important channels into the University of Newcastle. But and the Open Foundation's been around since the 1970s, so you can imagine what an innovation it was when somebody conceived of that idea in the 1970s. It's been going strong ever since, and many thousands of people have come through and graduated with flying colours through these enabling programs. But more than just being channels, they're very important elements of building what is very fundamental to the University of Newcastle. I mean, many universities talk about equity, and it's a fashionable thing to talk about at the moment. And many universities will be copying what basically has been done in Newcastle for a very long time. But equity alongside of excellence is something which is very fundamental to what this university is. And But then it's put it far more eloquently than I can, but it's really giving opportunities to people who have the talent and the commitment to succeed. And when we get through to graduation, when you folk from these enabling programs graduate, we won't be able to tell the difference between your graduations and somebody else that had an easier run in many ways. So thank you very much for speaking so well. We're very proud of all of you and hope to see you all back here and on your pathway to great success. So you spoke very well indeed. Thank you. I hope everyone's enjoyed this evening's ceremony, and I thank you for joining the university community in the celebration of the awarding of degrees. I should thank the audience. You behaved impeccably. A lot of enthusiasm and just the right amount of noise. So that was good. Before I declare the ceremony concluded, though, I'd like to ask this time that the graduates remain seated and for everyone else to join me and my colleagues in again applauding their wonderful achievements. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. I now declare the ceremony concluded, but invite you to join the graduates for a reception in the Brennan Room to continue celebrating this very special event together. And just a last word, again, congratulations to you all. They're tremendous achievements, particularly in the last 2 or 3 years, and we're all very aware of the adverse circumstances with COVID and some of the climatic challenges that many of you have faced and been affected by. So congratulations, wonderful outcome. You've got the knowledge, you've got the values, so go out there and make a difference. Thank you.